Warthunder review by SsethTzeentach.
Hey people, Seth here. If I sound a little different, it's because you're having a psychotic episode.
Yeah,
I sound exactly the same. It's the parasites eating at your brain which say otherwise.
Gaslighting? Gaslighting isn't real. You're just crazy. Now, take your medication. Question: what did you want to be when you grew up? If you answered, I wanted to be trapped in a steel, sweaty container with 3 other men, then, oh boy, I got just the game for you. World of Warthunder. Warthunder is an experience that I have subjected myself to for the better part of a decade. And, much like an abusive stepfather, let's just say, a little bit of Warthunder will always be with me, whether I like it or not. And now, like court-ordered alimony after years of parental neglect, they're giving me money. In exchange, I use foundation to cover the bruises and cigarette burns on my skin. And I tell everyone I know that, yeah, the dents on my head, yeah, I was born with those. Warthunder is an online military vehicle combat game, which is completely free on PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5. No purchase necessary, just download and play.
Hold up.
PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5.
No, this is accurate. Nope, no, every image is accurate. That is exactly what each of those is.
No purchase necessary, just download and play. And it's fully cross-platform.
Amazing.
Which means if you're playing the correct platform, you get to dunk on console babies all day. Register today using my link and you get a bunch of free stuff. This is important because you're going to spend it on a premium Japanese plane so you can dominate rank 1. I'm speaking from personal experience because that's exactly what I did. Okay, I'll tell you the real reason I'm doing this. They had to give me a press account, which means I get every vehicle for free temporarily, which is why I have to keep lying to their face regarding the status of this video. I don't care about the cash. This shit's worth more than anything they could ever pay me. What you have to...
He's not wrong. Are you kidding me? Like a full like press account access key is so much value. Obviously, from an ethical standpoint, like obviously it's satire, right? You can't sell that stuff. You can't redistribute that stuff, right? But he's not wrong, and that's why it's funny.
Understand about this sponsorship is that this is a hostage situation, because if you do not accept what I submit, I'm going to submit it anyway, and I'll make it worse. That was a joke. Look, I'll do anything. I'll say anything. Just please, let me keep the press account. Corporate blackmail aside, I actually really like this game. To understand exactly how long I've played this garbage, I was here when it was just air combat, and even that was pretty sick. Later on, they expanded to tanks. More recently, they do naval combat as well. Basically, you get the choice between 2 ships. One is a several thousand-ton Japanese destroyer. The other is a yacht. Sometimes, someone will pick the yacht. I shoot them, and they die. To this day, I have no idea why this is an option. Naturally, having so many different game modes calls for a seamless and intuitive control scheme, and if you're looking for that, you can fuck right off and play a different game. Firing an all-aspect infrared missile is 3 different keybinds. Fair enough. The key to dodge the aforementioned missile with countermeasures, unbound by default. Also, fair enough, but having a dedicated button on my keyboard by default to eject my spent missile casings so my plane can truly reach its full speed of 1 kilometer faster than before, that's where I draw the line.
Can we just take a second to talk about how much of just a Chad play that is? To just have your evasive maneuver not bound by default? Like certified, like, did you... certified learn to play the game moment? I didn't even know this game had naval. I had no idea that this even had boats.
Isn't critique, it is praise. It subverts expectation and keeps you on your toes. I'm still waiting for the patch that rebinds mouse click to authorize direct debit transfer to Gaijin Entertainment. I think when that...
Wait a minute. Why hasn't EA done something like that yet? Are you kidding me, dude? EA paying for magazines, but also, like, if you want to use your left click, right? Or you want to use your right trigger, right? Dude, have an active debit card or active credit. No, not even credit, active debit card. So it hits your actual account linked. See, don't give EA ideas. Oh, no. EA's already had ideas. You see, we're just going the full 9 yards at this point.
finally happens, gaming will truly peak as a medium. The general idea is pretty simple. Every vehicle in this game is an accurate, one-to-one historical reconstruction of a real thing, unless it comes from the Soviets, in which case you read whatever number they give you, divide that by 10, and arrive somewhere close to the truth. And people take this shit very seriously. Some time ago, we had a fiasco with Gaijin releasing a modern tank, and some guy on the forum said, actually, that's not accurate. Everybody said, prove it, and he did, by leaking confidential military documents. Somewhere out there, someone is getting court-martialed because of Warthunder, and all
I just, like, at a certain point, I have to wonder how much of it's misinformation, how much of it is actually publicly accessible information, like, and how much of it is actual, like, for your eyes only, compartmentalized, actual, like, information that should not be out there. Like, I feel that there's a mixed bag here. It would not surprise me if Gaijin had, like, the actual, like, U.S. Department of Defense on speed dial.
All this just so you can have an accurate damage model. I love this community. There's no health bars. This game operates on simulation. There is no such thing as the vehicle. The vehicle is a sum of its parts and the crew. You blow out the engine, it can't move. You pop the fuel, it starts burning. You snap off the elevator, and it won't stay in the air for long. You shoot the ammunition rack, it explodes, cooking everyone inside.
Nice.
You hit the armor at an angle, it ricochets right off. You get the idea. Either you blow it up or you kill the crew, whichever comes first. If you die in a tank, you get a dramatic kill cam reconstruction of whatever killed you. This might seem like eye candy or an opportunity to learn, but in reality, it's an excuse to complain in all chat that the shot was bullshit and that Gaijin is a trash developer with a clear Russian bias. Repeat.
Ah, okay. Okay, so the League of Legends effect. That RE charm was bullshit. Oh my god. Warthunder bad game. Clear Russian bias. This is amazing. This is the best game I've ever seen reviewed.
This often, and I assure you, the community will quickly accept you as one of their own.
Yeah.
To play, you have to pick between Alliance or Horde. Choose your subclass, in this case, Italian, and queue up for a game. Italians are effective against the Swedish, but get defeated by the Chinese, who win in every exchange, only losing to their natural predator. Escalators. That was a complete lie. Let's continue. Much like on Earth, there's a bunch of races, and you get to follow their historical military vehicle development across time. You start.
This is amazing. I love this. Somebody out there is taking the bait. Someone out there's taking the bait and molding.
With the earliest tin cans and biplanes from World War II, and work your way up to modern times by researching and unlocking new vehicles from their respective tech tree. In combat, you get matched with similar vehicles according to their battle rating. Pro tip, if you queue into a game with an 11.0 jet fighter and a bunch of 1.0 pea shooters, you will be matched with other supersonic jet fighters. And if you actually dare to spawn in as one of your shitty little Wright brother origami paper planes, you will have a very short but very memorable experience. Luckily, air combat doesn't require a flight stick. I can pilot just fine with a mouse, and I've never used anything else. There's 3 different modes: arcade, realistic, and simulation. What's the difference?
What is it? What is it? People are fine with arcade. Realistic hits like an absolute freight train. Simulations are fun. Is that the tier list that, as is established?
Arcade is realistic, but you can lead your shots with a crosshair. It's exactly the same with tank combat, except your crosshair changes color depending on your predicted penetration. Now, to paint a picture of what realistic is like, once I flew for 5 minutes straight, fired my cannon at the enemy, and it jammed. Now the only way to unjam it is to manually land your plane on a friendly airstrip. So I flew back to the airfield. The match was over before I even deployed my landing gear.
That's the best game mode right there. Doesn't even let you play the game. Oh my god, what were we were watching? I can't even remember what it was. Oh my god, I don't remember what it was. But just the sheer like, what is happening moment. That would be me playing Warthunder right there. That right there is my whole experience. Nah, bad game. Clear Russian bias.
And simulation is just me crashing the same plane repeatedly. Sometimes I actually manage to take off before crashing back down again. You probably guessed it by now, but realistic and simulation is for certain kinds of people. People who believe that flying is real, which, by the way, there's no such thing. You're telling me that if you drive this car fast enough, it's gonna go up in the air and soar like a bird. Okay, sure thing, buddy.
He's got a good point. He's got a good point. I mean, do we have any footage of things actually flying that aren't doctored? I mean, we did replace birds with government drones back in the 80s, right? How do you know it's not all doctored, right? Just think about it.
Literally put a scrolling wallpaper and rock the cabin and have you pretend you just moved across the world. Here's an idea. Next time you're in the middle of your flight, try to stand up and leave. Tell the flight attendant that you're pretty happy where you are and you would just like to get off. So if you don't mind, please stop the plane and let me get out. You'll notice them start to visibly shake, sweat, and foam at the mouth at the suggestion, giving you all manner of excuses as to why that's not possible. So no, it doesn't really matter if you play arcade or realistic, as the very concept of flight itself is unrealistic. But if you're looking for a completely authentic experience, it's out there. It's slower, meticulous, and a lot more calculated, but there's nothing quite like it. When you finally get in the air and you're like, oh yeah, so how do I see things? You click every key, none of them work, and then you realize, oh, I have to manually move my neck, just like the real thing. If you're watching this and currently slouching, I hope you feel self-conscious right now and correct your posture before it's too late.
How dare you? How dare you? I respect it though, but still, how dare you? I feel attacked.
Find your fossilized cadaver and conclude this was no human. This was a troglodyte. On the other hand, if you actually want to have fun, play arcade. I do. So does 90% of the people who play this game. Warthunder is much like chess. Everybody says they play it. Everybody knows how to play it, but nobody actually does it in public, because if you do...
Yo, is that Griffin Lock? No way. No way. What was that? What was being played? Okay, he's playing Thunder Dragon. I see that. I see it with Thunder Dragon. What is that? Is that Guard Dragon? Dude, there's some spice on screen here. Kip, you actual fucking nerd. Did you actually pause on the one Yu-Gi-Oh clip in this? Yes, I play Yubel. What do you want from me? I have Griffin Lock, Fiend Smith, Lightsworn. Get on my level.
Because if you do, people will find out that actually you have no idea what you're doing. Sometimes I do great. Sometimes I...
That's half a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I can confirm. Like, I know that's meant to be a shitpost. That is actually half a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you look at your hand, you have no idea what you're doing. Absolutely zero idea.
But I clip those parts out because it's my video. So what do you do in this game? What do I do in this game? Well, I queue up and then I ignore every objective and tunnel vision my way to getting as many sick frags as possible. Sometimes I like to fool the enemy by playing like shit. They expect me to try, but instead I die to my own poor decision making. Nothing matters except hitting first place on the scoreboard. Did we lose? Not my problem. I have 10 kills. I made a discovery while recording this footage. Playing this game on public Wi-Fi is wild. I can reliably make my ping go to 999, which makes for the most entertaining kind of footage. Also,
I would do that. Are you kidding me? I would play on Taco Bell Wi-Fi. I would do that just to experience the madness. I feel like that would be a great stream.
assure you, you will never have a dogfight as intense as this. When your latency is so high, it's measured in minutes. Space and time have warped. They have lost all meaning. Every plane you target will zip to another position. Everyone is a stand user, including yourself. Shoot a plane, you miss. Shoot the open air, you get a kill. I checked the scoreboard, and it's for a player who hasn't even spawned.
Dude, you're actually having to play 40 chess.
Disclosure, prior to this video, I never spent a cent on this game. I just stay in the low tiers. Everybody else can have their rat race. All I need is my shitty battle rank 1 Swedish reserve plane, because for some reason, it comes with 4 goddamn turrets, and I shred. Do I want to go up in rank? Do I want to grind up all the modifications? Hell no. Battle rank 1, baby. I live here. I'm here to tell you, don't go for the carrot on a stick. Don't feel like there's an obligation to do, or to grind, or to buy anything. I assure you, if you let it, This game will absolutely consume you. Don't let that happen, because if you do, you're going to burn out and you're not going to have any fun. Listen, I got infinite resources right now. I've been to high BR for both ground and air battles, and I gotta say, holy shit, it's incredibly fun. But it's a
But what about the boat battles? He mentioned naval. What happened to the boats? The funny watercraft? I need to know.
completely different game. I had to bind like 5 new keys just to do this. Yeah, I love high-end plane combat, but eventually my nervous system can't keep up. Flying at speeds exceeding Mach 1 for prolonged periods of time makes you go insane, and I find myself returning to low rank just to decompress. Anyway, the point is, there's nothing you can buy to make you good at the game. If you get something better, so does everybody else. Except now you're dealing
What is that Wally looking? What?
to make you good at the game. If you get
But why does it look like Wally? I love it.
something better, so does everybody else. Except now you're dealing with more competent veteran players that understand the game inside and out. And that's really the defining characteristic between players. Knowledge. My plane's not particularly fast or strong, but it's built for turning. I understand the concept of trading potential energy for kinetic energy, and in an extended dogfight, I'll just wear down the enemy. Also, no, T-34s are not incredibly powerful. It's just that you're very likely to hit them at a slight tilt from the front, unknowingly shooting shells at effectively twice the normal length of plating, complaining that it doesn't penetrate, getting frustrated at the game, and going to the forums to ask Gaijin exactly how long they plan to spend before they make a good game. Pro
What does the post say? It may be old news by now, but I couldn't find a topic talking about this. T-34 1942 has recently, had its turret armor increased to combined total of about 100 millimeters, meaning overlapping bits on the turret front, but those shots don't seem to kill reliably. Interest, furry stuff? Oh, what a Chad. I love it.
game. Pro tip, you can't outsmart physics, but you can learn the design of each tank, and that makes all the difference. I'm not shooting blindly. I'm aiming for the tank underskirt, the viewing port, and the stockings. Don't laugh. These are technical terms. I memorize the location of ammunition racks for every tank in my battle rating so I can blow them directly. Obviously, that's complete bullshit, and I just get lucky. But I like to think otherwise. This game is easy to pick up, but it takes years to properly develop Stockholm Syndrome. Warthunder is a great meditative game because nothing really goes too fast, so you have time to think. Also, if you're playing this on company time, it is a perfect game for siphoning company time, because by the time you drive up to the front line, it can easily take a minute. In that time, you can answer an email, open up some ransomware, drink a little coffee as it infects your data center, and just get back to goofing off, all for an hourly wage. If you frequently have to leave your desk for more than 5 minutes, play a bomber and just keep climbing while AFK. You will single-handedly win the match, and you don't even have to be there. One feature.
You know, is this the same concept as the Shard Conda versus Thargoids in Elite Dangerous, where you just bring 6 shotguns and just fire right into the stupid starfish? Is that what the concept at play here? Because I'll just play a bomber. I'd do it. Play a bomber on 999 ping. Oh, it's so crunchy. Look at those moves.
But unfortunately has been scrapped is the ability to commit friendly fire. Back in the day, it was really funny because people would spawn in and scream PL, PL in team chat. And once I remember a guy replied with, I'm not Polish, I'm from the UK, to which they all responded by driving up to his engine block, shooting it, and driving away. I love this community. It's as they say, a truly tolerant society should not tolerate the British. Honestly, I'm really glad we're past those times, because personally, at the start of a match, I enjoy having tire tracks. In air combat, this can still happen, but more often than not, it's completely unintentional. And I'm really sorry. You might ask yourself, Seth, in an open sky that's relatively empty of planes, how do you manage to collide with one from your own team? To that, I answer, play War Thunder for free today. I am no longer asking. I have your family at gunpoint, and if you don't like your family, I don't. But I could, and all you have to do is download the game and start playing immediately. Sign up using my link today, and you get a premium vehicle and a bunch of other things. And it's completely free. So what do you have to lose? Except the sands of limited time you have on this earth, quickly passing through your fingers, which could be better spent doing something more meaningful if you actually respected yourself enough to do that. Hey, Let me tell you how I got here. I still remember the exact moment I broke. It was when I saw a particular GIF of She-Hulk attorney at law.
I hate this. Like, this is someone's movie. I keep seeing this GIF, and it hurts me. Like, it's like somebody enjoys it. It's someone's serious. It's someone out there is like, yes, this is exactly the content for me. I don't understand it. It's so odd to me every time. It's kind of like seeing a goddamn Cybertruck. Okay, I'm about to start like issuing cease and desists. Well, not really. Every time I see a goddamn Cybertruck, I take psychic damage. Every time I see a GIF like this from She-Hulk, I actually take psychic damage.
Working. That's when I broke. That's when I said, fuck it, I'm done. Nothing matters. I'm selling out. And I took out every contract at the same time. Now, in retrospect, I was probably just a little bit impulsive. Withdrawal can do that to you. I know I said it for the balloons video, but right now I'm finally, truly, fully unmedicated. Ritalin is a vampire, and it's gonna suck your will to live. It's gonna try and remind you every day you're nothing without it. And believe me, not a single day has passed where I did not consider going back. But after so long, I finally realized I'm not sick. I was never sick. I just live in a sick society where someone's individual worth is measured only by the raw productive output they can spit out before being chewed up by the gears, irrespective of their own unique neurochemistry and spirit. Fuck being valuable. It's not for me. It's never been for me. It's for sustaining some misery machine. I'm sorry I never read the fine print of my birth, but I never signed up for this.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care about the sponsorship anymore. My current highest priority inside my scattered hunter-gatherer brain is to somehow stitch everything together into a coherent ending. In truth, I really do like this game, but you know what I like even more? Getting paid to do so. In all seriousness, if you have some situational awareness and actually help your team, you're gonna have a great time. Repairing, covering, supporting, and towing your teammates away to safety makes a huge difference because they're cannon fodder, and if the enemy shoots them, that means they're not gonna shoot you. Just like a doctor only treats the sick so he can beat the ever-living shit out of them himself, we help our team so they can help us rise to the top of a scoreboard. Also, there's custom skins. Your life is now slightly richer from this knowledge. In exchange, can somebody please tell me if there's some way to turn off Discord notifications? Because right now, I am having difficulties recording this footage. It says in this briefing I'm supposed to talk about what...
Can you not just go into Steam settings and turn off the overlay? I thought that you could do that. I thought that was just a setting. Or does Warthunder work differently? I have no idea.
I enjoy most about this game. What I enjoy most is hearing this.
Yeah?
It's beautiful. Each time I hear it, I know that something and someone out there in the open sky has been turned into human paste. I love it. Anyway, the video is ending, so please join me in prayer. Lord in heaven, please grant everyone online a present father figure in their lives so they can stop writing they cringe-ass comments and making they cringe-ass react videos. Unless you're as mongold.
Damn, bro. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. I accept that, okay? Okay, that could be seen as a personal attack by some. See, not me, though, okay? I'm built different. I'm built stupid, okay? I already know that I do cringe-ass Nene react videos. That shit bounces off me at this point, fam.
You get a free pass because I actually met him at the same holiday resort. Good times.
Shit. Damn.
Always more content to come, so stay tuned. Sorry for how slow it's been. It gets worse before it gets better. I know everybody adores those motivating tales of breaking addiction, and saying that I quit, relapsed, and quit again doesn't really sound that great, but it's reality. And reality is, most people don't break their addictions. It's nice to hope for the best, but not everyone gets a happy ending. And I'm not talking about myself. I'll be fine. Everybody hooked on Xanax? Yeah. Lamau. Lol even. My sincerest condolences, you are screwed. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos across my multiple manic, bipolar, bad bitch breakdowns. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
What a banger. Oh, dude, we got a musical number at the end. Oh yeah, dude, I'm in. Is he going to space? What's happening? We got the funny, we got the meme comp, we got the clip comp. Amazing. What a cool compilation. So, does that mean that there's a built-in camera suite? Or, like, how is he getting some of these? Like, this is obviously just gameplay shots and that. But, like, how he's doing some of the exterior shots. Is there, like, an actual camera suite to this? Kind of like Elite Dangerous has a whole camera suite. Like, you can go outside your ship and try to get... So, like, shots like this. How, is that a camera suite in-game? Because that's cool as fuck, if so. I mean, you definitely thought that was a Shrieker nest from Helldivers. I mean, you can't say that the game doesn't have variants to it. It looks like it has a lot of it. Cool, it has a camera suite. That's awesome. And there's even a battle recorder system. That's so cool, though. Like, it's like Halo Forge in theaters, right? It's also VR supported. That's wild. Well, to be fair, flight sims, like, look at Elite Dangerous, right? Game that I've been playing, right? One of the best VR experiences on the market, from what I understand, just because it's minimalistic. You're in a cockpit, right? Sure, with Odyssey, there's ground stuff now, but I mean, yeah. It's kind of interesting. I never knew that it had naval, but chat's saying that naval in this is pretty rough. So that's a little sad, Panda. I wonder if they'll ever actually overhaul it, or wonder if they'll actually, like, put stuff into it. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I know World of Warships is a competitor, right? Submit videos for you. I have a channel in the Discord, but that's about it. Dude, this camera suite goes hard. I love it. Added a filter to see air-launched weapons and radar systems as well. Like, I feel like it's got a lot going for it, but is it one of those games that I'd sink a lot of time into? Probably not. This, like many other games... wow. This, like many other games, would be a game that I would play with people who... It's kind of like Overwatch, right? I'll play if people want to play Overwatch. I'll play Diablo 2 if people want to play Diablo 2. I'll play, TF2 if people want to play it, right? Even Payday 2, right? But, like, is it something that I would sink thousands of hours into? Not necessarily. It's just not something that I'm super good at. I forget to put my landing gear up in Elite Dangerous when I manually launch. Let's put it that way. Another way. I mean, the only other way is, just, I mean, you can send me a business email, but I mean, like, I have a lot on my backlog, and I'm still trying to figure out what does and doesn't work, if that makes sense. Play Elite Dangerous, you're probably going to struggle. Oh, absolutely. Well, I play Elite Dangerous that's a little bit of an untrue statement. I sit in Cubio, I sit in Medupe City, and I just do merchant runs. Like, I just put a bill on my fleet carrier account. Like, I just hit one bill there. So now I got to try and get another 1 or 2 bill, and then I got to actually finally get around to engineering. What a cool video, honestly. I loved it. There were some banger jokes in this. There was some God, Seth was out in just peak form here. I also liked the React content chat. It's so good. It's so meta. If you haven't checked out SsethTzeentach before, you are in for a treat. Down below, as not many React creators do this, and I will keep bringing it up until it gets normalized. A lot of them don't like to cite the original video. Down in the description down below, you will see a link to the original video, as well as SsethTzeentach's original channel. You should definitely go ahead and check out his content. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Very funny, tongue-in-cheek, satirical. Clearly, he's great at games. Brings a very interesting perspective and editing style to YouTube. One that is absolutely just it's so good to watch. But thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you SsethTzeentach for continuing to put out just such amazing videos. Like they really have changed my outlook on YouTube in the modern day. By continuing to be willing to be daring, by making some tongue-in-cheek jokes. Like, man, Space Station 13 went hard. And I will see you all in the next one.